Hello and welcome, fellow travelers. This video reviews the main themes and important ideas presented in Osho's book titled The Secret of Secrets. The texts are excerpts from Osho's discourses on the secret of the golden flower, a Taoist text that describes the path to enlightenment. Osho uses various parables and stories to explain Taoist principles, such as the importance of the primal spirit and the golden flower. He also contrasts Taoism with Western philosophies like psychoanalysis, and emphasizes the importance of meditation and inner exploration for self-realization and transcendence. Throughout his discourses, Osho explores the nature of consciousness, the role of the ego, and the meaning of love, all within the context of achieving a state of non-duality and oneness with the divine. He advocates for a new type of man, one who is free from outdated belief systems, embracing love, creativity, and a conscious awareness of life. Let's explore the 5 main themes presented in this book. 1. The nature of enlightenment. Osho emphasizes that enlightenment is not a goal to be achieved, but rather a state of being that arises from the disappearance of the ego and the realization of one's true nature. This involves transcending dualities like good and bad, male and female, inner and outer. He highlights the importance of awareness, meditation, and surrender in this process. 2. The importance of doubt and trust. Osho advocates for embracing doubt as a path towards genuine trust. He argues that blind faith is meaningless, and that true trust emerges through the rigorous process of questioning and exploring. This process helps dismantle conditioned beliefs and leads to a mature understanding of oneself and existence. 3. Critique of repression and indulgence. Osho strongly criticizes the societal conditioning that leads to the repression of natural instincts, particularly sexuality. He argues that repression inevitably leads to indulgence and creates a distorted relationship with oneself and the world. He advocates for a healthy acceptance and integration of all aspects of being. 4. The power of meditation. Osho presents meditation as the core practice for achieving enlightenment. He describes various meditation techniques, focusing on cultivating awareness, observing thoughts and sensations without judgment, and ultimately transcending the limitations of the mind. 5. Understanding the feminine and masculine principles. Osho delves into the interplay of the feminine and masculine principles, both within individuals and in the world at large. He discusses the importance of balancing these energies for achieving wholeness and spiritual growth. Now let's cover some of the important concepts presented in the book. Enlightenment as emptiness. Osho equates enlightenment with emptiness. This emptiness, however, is not a void but a state of pure being, free from the limitations of the ego. The falsehood of separation. Osho stresses the interconnectedness of all things, rejecting the illusion of separation between individuals and the universe. He argues that the ego perpetuates this illusion, leading to suffering and a sense of isolation. The dangers of repressed sexuality. Osho highlights the psychological and spiritual harm caused by repressing sexuality. He links repressed sexuality to various mental and physical ailments, and emphasizes the importance of a healthy and conscious approach to sexual energy. The importance of a listening heart. Osho encourages cultivating a receptive and attentive state of being, symbolized by a listening heart. This involves quieting the mind and allowing oneself to be open to the present moment and the wisdom of the universe. The need for a balanced approach. Osho advocates for a balanced approach to life, integrating both the masculine and feminine principles. This involves cultivating both intelligence and clarity, as well as absorption and tranquility. Next, let's explore some key questions and answers about the book. First question: what is the significance of the gods are in the valley in meditation? The gods are in the valley signifies an early stage of meditation where the meditator experiences a heightened awareness of external sounds as if they are distant echoes. It indicates a shift in consciousness where the inner world becomes quieter and the outer world seems further away. The meditator may also experience an internal illumination, seeing everything as if bathed in bright light. This is a positive sign indicating progress towards deeper states of meditation. Second question: what is Osho's perspective on the role of desire in achieving enlightenment? Osho emphasizes that all desire, regardless of its object, creates a separation between what one is and what one wants to be. This separation leads to anguish and anxiety. Enlightenment, or becoming a hollow bamboo, requires a state of no desire. In this state of emptiness, one finds clarity, purity, and a connection to the divine. It's about being present in the here and now without desires pulling one away from reality. Third question. Does Osho advocate for fasting or other forms of bodily denial in the pursuit of meditation? Osho does not advocate for fasting or bodily denial as a means to achieve meditation. He argues that while fasting can heighten the senses and make one more sensitive, it can also make meditation more difficult due to hunger pangs. Meditation, for Osho, is about finding a state of inner peace and awareness, and excessive focus on physical discomfort can be a hindrance. Fourth question. How does Osho describe the nature of the ego and its role in our lives? Osho views the ego as a false construct, an illusion we create and project. It is not our true self, but rather a collection of thoughts and beliefs that create a sense of separation from existence. He uses the analogy of a patient who believes they are dead to illustrate how the ego clings to its beliefs, even in the face of contradictory evidence. Osho encourages us to use every opportunity to challenge and dismantle the ego, leading to a state where God is because you are not. Fifth question. What is the difference between the primal spirit and the conscious spirit? The primal spirit, according to Osho, transcends polarities and duality. It is the source from which all things arise, including heaven and earth. The conscious spirit, on the other hand, is located in the heart and is dependent on the external world. It reacts to external stimuli like fear, anger, sadness, and desire. The primal spirit is unchanging and unmoved, while the conscious spirit is constantly fluctuating. Meditation aims to connect with this primal spirit. Sixth question. What is the importance of the inner masculine and feminine energies in achieving wholeness? Osho describes the inner masculine and feminine energies as animus and anima. They exist within each individual, regardless of biological sex. The animus is associated with the eyes, dreaming, and activity, while the anima is linked to the ears, receptivity, and passivity. Achieving wholeness requires a harmonious balance and integration of these energies. Osho emphasizes that both are essential for a fulfilled life. Seventh question. How does Osho view the role of doubt and skepticism in the pursuit of truth? Osho encourages doubt and skepticism as essential tools in the search for truth. He sees them as complementary to faith, helping it to mature and become genuine. Doubt pushes one to inquire, explore, and ultimately arrive at a trust that is rooted in experience rather than blind belief. Osho emphasizes that sincere doubt is not against trust. It is a process of purification, leading to a more profound and authentic connection to truth. Eighth question. What is Osho's understanding of enlightenment, and how does it relate to the concept of no-self? Enlightenment, for Osho, is the capacity to see oneself as one truly is, empty of the ego and fully connected to existence. This realization of no-self, anatta, occurs when the illusion of a separate self dissolves, leading to a state of oneness with all things. The I disappears, and what remains is pure awareness, a state of being that is free from the limitations and suffering created by the ego. I will now share several quotes from the book that I think best capture the essence of Osho's message. The greatest problem for a religious person is not to be too serious. The greatest problem for a religious person is not to be sad. The greatest problem for the religious person is not to be negative, because ordinarily that happens. Religious persons become very sad, very serious, very life negative. Love is therapy, and there is no other therapy in the world except love. My statements are not about truth. My statements are just provocations. I am urging you to discover. I am not delivering you the truth. Truth is an experience of thoughtlessness. Truth is an experience of wordlessness. Truth is your consciousness. Thoughts are clouds in the sky of consciousness. You cannot express through thoughts. Your thoughts can, at the most, indicate, like fingers pointing to the moon. But remember, fingers are not the moon. Don't start worshiping the fingers. Intelligence is the inborn capacity to see, to perceive. Every child is born intelligent, then made stupid by the society. We educate children in stupidity. Tao means spontaneity, nature. Tao is not a practice. It is not effort. It is not cultivation. It is patience. It is trust. It is waiting for things to happen, even if one has to wait for eternity. Truth can never be borrowed from anybody, and the borrowed truth is no longer truth. A borrowed truth is already a lie. The moment you can destroy your ego will be the moment of great blessing, because when you are not, God is, and when you are not, you are. This is the greatest paradox of life and existence. When you are not, you are. Doubt is your friend. It simply says, this is not your home. Go ahead, search, seek, inquire. It creates the urge to inquire, to explore. Because I am against repression, how is indulgence possible in my place? I cut the very root of it. If a man is healthily eating, he does not indulge in eating. Truth has to be trusted. To trust is an act of faith. But any statement of truth has to be tested too. To test it is an act of doubt. Faith and doubt both serve truth. In conclusion, Osho's teachings in these excerpts offer a radical and insightful perspective on spirituality and self-realization. He encourages a critical and questioning approach to traditional beliefs, while emphasizing the importance of direct experience and inner transformation. His emphasis on the integration of all aspects of being, including sexuality, and his rejection of repression and guilt, make his teachings particularly relevant for contemporary seekers. His dynamic and often provocative language serves to challenge readers and provoke deep introspection. Thank you for sharing this brief moment of reflection with me. I hope it has helped you on your journey. Please share this video with others who might benefit from the wisdom that has been gifted to us on our journey towards greater awareness. May peace find you, wherever you are.